All right, fabulous people. Here's what I have to tell you guys. I'm really excited for the Veerling organization. I actually am starting this program again at 8 o'clock with 10 new people. We have 10 new people starting, and I'm so excited to tell them about all of the success you guys have come. I just know this is really changing people's business. So I'm so excited to share with them what's going on over there. But I am, that's what we've got going on because we are in um, our seventh call, right? So we're just getting ready. Okay, so let me share my screen and we can get on with our call today. All right, everybody see it okay? We good? Everybody with me? All right, so here's the thing. We're on call number 7. Like we're over the hump now. We're on our way down the roller coaster. So, here we are. We're at week 7. We've got our same things that are going on here. And I'm going to tell you, I think this is time that, and I think some of you might be able to relate with me here. This is the time when some of you are contemplating throwing in the towel. Am I right? Are there a few of you, anybody felt this in the last week? Like, you know what? Well, that's it. I'm just going to take another pass. I'm not good enough. This is just how I roll. Like, this is just, I'm glad I made it this far. This is it. Anybody relating to me on this one? Maybe this is when it gets tough. I mean, we're getting rubber, hitting the road. This is where, like, I get this, but this is what I want to draw you back to, is that really that it's this kind of time of crisis. Let's just call it a personal crisis when we get that. We're also deep in the middle of winter here. So I get that as well. But this is when when you've got those feelings that you're like, oh, I'm not getting my contacts, like I'm not able to keep up with this. This is just one of the things. This is when I want you to stop and go back to the dream board. That is why those things that we started this training with are so important. This is when we're going to go back to our dream board, and you're going to go back and look at those dreams. Picture yourself back in there. Put your Mickey ears on. Read your affirmations maybe more than 2 times that day. I want you to tell yourself your affirmations 5 times for the next 3 days if you're actually at that point. Because it doesn't matter what your week was like. It doesn't matter what you have going on. You can do this. I know you can do this. You've been doing it. And it's maybe is it going to require a little bit of creativity on your part? Yes. Is it going to require a little bit of self-discipline maybe? Yes. Do both of those things require some more effort than we're used to on a regular basis in our business? Yes. I don't want you guys to get into the negative thoughts. You are good enough. You are fabulous. I want you to think about where you are now and where your business was when we started this 7 weeks ago and how far you've come. Every one of you on this call has changed your business in the last 7 weeks. And what I want you to imagine too is, let's look forward. And I don't care, close your eyes if you want to, just don't fall asleep on me. I want you to dream about waking up one morning, so let's say mid-April, okay? Because mid-April is about where we'd put ourselves when we're finally done this, okay? So, and I want you to imagine that you're waking up in mid-April, you're looking at your calendar for the next couple months, and your schedule is full. You've got that 8+ shows or whatever it is that, to have that full calendar that you've got. You open up your virtual parties, you're just checking them out. They are rocking and rolling. People are commenting, they're engaged. You've got orders coming in. You have a list of people to contact that are in your little file or on your calendar that you need to contact this week anyway, because they wanted summer parties a while back when you were doing all those contacts. At the end of February, like we are right now, you have all these people that want to have parties. You also are going to have a team of people that you're encouraging and you're cheerleading and you're working together with. That's the direction we're on, guys. So that's where I need you to go back and that's where these habits really come into play and really get real right now at these times when you're not feeling that things are rolling too well. I want you to imagine that your commission check, think about what you just got paid as commission for the month of January, what you got paid in February for the month of January. And then I want you to triple it. Unless it's 0, then don't triple it. So, because that would be 0. So triple it, because that is what we'll be looking at your commission with how you guys, if you keep moving the way that we're going, that's what the commission you're going to be looking at there. And think about what you're going to be doing with that check in April. That's what I want you to focus on. That's where I want you to keep your eye on the prize. Okay, that's your little pep talk for today. Is everybody good? Because we're going to keep going. And again, we're going to talk today about, when we're talking about these contacts and stuff, we're going to keep talking. We're going to talk about some more opportunities and stuff as well. Okay, so we're doing that dream board, that affirmations. Do it more if you have to. We're still working on our weekly two-way contacts. And, you know, and again, I know I heard from you guys that you've started and you're continuing to fill that tracker. And again, that's going to be so important as we've got these shows going, so that we can see where we need to go. So this week, we are going to be focusing on how to continue to get bookings outside of the party. Specifically, we're going to get into providing solid customer care. I know some of this we've touched on in the past, but I really want to encourage you, first of all, get out of the house regularly, other than going to work. Right? Sometimes that's hard for us. Sometimes I'll talk to people and go, well, I don't go anywhere. I go to work, I go home, and I go to grocery. And like, that's it. So that's one of the things that we can really do is, again, just as another opportunity there, is to, you know, to think about where we can make contacts when in our daily life at places that we're going anyway. So in one way to draw into our business and easy is to have a bag or a shirt that we're wearing. And those new bags are the bomb. Who has those already? They're huge. If you haven't seen, yes, good. They're huge. I know. I saw Shannon. They were big as Bentley when you had him with Holden one. Yeah. So they're huge. They hold tons. They're very flashy. They definitely will attract attention. It's just a great way to do that. So I just threw here: hair salon, doctor's office, grocery store, bank. Throw on the chat. Where else can you think that you're going to go this week? Oh, sorry. And that you would be, or a place that you daily go, or wherever that you would maybe be able to make contact or talk to somebody while you're out and about. Let's just blow the chat up.
Can I tell you a story?
Yes.
So the same day that I got them, I took the orange one. I had to go into the cable place.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it up on the counter, and she said, do you really get paid to cook, eat, and party? I said, well, I do. And we had a conversation, and I got her information and gave her a mini catalog. She has somebody, but that person's in New York.
Oh.
She's looking for someone who's closer. So I'll be following up with her again soon. But same day that I got them.
Good. I know. I was whipping them right out of the place, too. So, what are you, Shannon? Good. Library, restaurant, movie theater, bookstore, accountant, school pickup and church and the post office, restaurants. Patty, you better be booking parties at the Disney World. Absolutely. So all these different places that we're going, that would be a great place to advertise your business in some way. But here's the one thing. Oh, good. The gym, too. If you go to the gym, we're going to talk about the gym here in a minute. Not that we have to go, but I should probably go. But so here's what I'm going to tell you, that we're going to, these are all great places, but here's part of it, is if we're going to go and we're going to advertise, you want to be like Shannon, and you need to be prepared. I mean, I can still tell you a story that, and I know some of you have heard this before. I remember a time when I was all ready, I had my catalog code. I'm not sure if I had all the stuff I needed, but I was walking around the Target in Topsom, here, and there's two women standing near me in the aisle, and they looked at me and they said, I love Pampered Chef. And I said, oh, great, me too. No way. Like, because I didn't know what I was supposed to say or what I was, it's like perfect, but I just sort of said, you know what, I was not prepared. I was not prepared with what I was going to say or what I was going to do. I said, oh, yeah. So I did absolutely nothing for my business, walking around with my little catalog code. So how we can be prepared then be ready for business from these encounters. So first of all, you're going to want some mini catalogs. These are the best thing. You do not want to be hauling a stack of full-size catalogs. Just get yourself some mini catalogs if you don't have them yet. They're $25, I think, for under $10, right? $3. They're not very expensive. Grab some of them. They're easy to carry. Keep them in your car, and then have a pack of sticky notes, Post-it notes with you. And then what you do is you take them, with those, and you take this goal. This is a great goal with all those places we talked about, to say, okay, I'm going to give out 10 of these this week. I'm going to get 10 of these mini catalogs out each week this week. So I'm going to take each one of my mini catalogs, put a little sticky note right on the top of them, okay? And you get that 10 and get that pack and say, that's your job. Your job is going to be to give out 10 of them. The shipping costs more than the minis. Yes, Jen, you're right. So we'd probably have to, you're going to want to add that on to some other ones. You do want to make sure, so 10, get 10 ready and make that your goal to get rid of the 10 for the week, but you have that little sticky note. So here's where I threw up in my mouth because I said, I don't even know what to say. So let's talk about what to say. The first thing is she's going to say, I love Pampered Chef. That's usually the conversation you're going to get, is that. So here's, we're going to start asking questions. What's your favorite product? When was the last time you hosted a party? If that person says, oh, it's been a while, or I've never hosted a party, then a great thing to respond is, well, it sounds like it's time to show some of your friends and how to make some new recipes and how some of the products. Or I love this one. What, you mean you've been paying full price all this time? That's a great one to do. But here's the key to this is you're always going to want to get their information. I can promise you, anybody that's been around this for a while, anytime I've had girls like say, I am definitely calling you. I've been looking for somebody forever. Good. Give me your information. I'm going to promise you right now, do not test me on this. They will not call you. You will not ever give a catalog out in that kind of situation and get a call back. You just never will. So if you're just giving them out, then you're wasting your supplies. You need to get their kind of information. And a really fun way to do is to say, I'm doing a drawing each month for a free cookbook with everybody that I meet out and about. So you give them the catalog and the sticky note and just ask her to fill it out and give it back to you. Name or phone number, her cell phone or whatever. Because again, these 10 people are going to be new leads now for you this week. And we talk about that. So you've got that information that you can go with that. Good. Does that fit? We have not gone over like this, that out and about yet, right? This is the first time we've sort of done that on this call, correct? Okay. So here's why I put these words on a different slide like this too, is that I will put the slide with these words in our group so that you will have them to be able to go back to, which I hope would be easy, just to have those words there. Okay, another great way to get leads, this is where we're talking about the gym, is to set up a table. A booth, we know about the Christmas fairs and all that we've done before, but a booth could be at a school festival, a farmer's market, the gym, the curves. I mean, people still go to the curves. A county fair, a church festival, a community festival, any one of these things that are going on that you could ask to say, listen, could I put up a table with some of my stuff? I think about the curves or the gym to bring like the salad chopping bowl, some of our, some of these like salad prep kind of things. You could even, print off a bunch of like copies of a healthy recipe or something, and just ask if you could just set up a booth, or a little table and just sort of greet people as they come in. Maybe it's for 2 hours on a Saturday or something like that. And again, you're offering a free recipe to everybody that comes by, but you're going to be able to get those contacts and stuff too. And one of the recommendations that we had is maybe set up one of these booths once a month somewhere. Maybe you're not going to do the curves because it might be the same kind of people, but maybe do a curves one month. And once we get into the nicer weather, a farmer's market or, these different kind of places that you could put and just sort of set yourself up for a few hours and just sort of meet and greet people and grab some leads. Here's the thing though, is that you always want to can watch for the cost, of course. You know, what I usually say is that, okay, is my average commission on a party going to cover what the cost of this table is? Because then it would be a good investment. Like if you go to a party off, if you did have to pay anything, I don't think you would have to if you can really go about some of these with a, that you're offering that kind of value, a recipe, something like that. But I think that in the, you know, but if you did have to pay, that you just wouldn't watch that, that it would be a good investment. Has anybody done any of these kind of fairs other than like the Christmas fairs and stuff like that? For those of you that know Nikki Pendleton, she used to be on our team. She used to go outside of Blackie's there in Auburn. I remember her setting up a table there and just, you know, like on a Saturday, she just set up at the, you know, the little farmer's market kind of thing and did some vegetable kind of things. So just something else to think about then is that we've got these different other opportunities. Okay. All right, now we're going to go into, and this again is where I might think that, you know, I know we touched on this, but I am hoping that I'm going to give you a system. We're all into the systems this week, right? With the host coaching and things too. I'm going to give you guys a system to do your customer care. This is where I really feel like is going to alleviate. You guys are starting to have parties this last month and you're rolling around and stuff. And if I can give you a system that with words to say, as well as how to, that you should not have trouble filling up those contacts every week at all. We get into this system and your contacts are just going to sort of roll around, you know, as well as you're out and about and extra stuff, but this should really work for you. So providing good customer service will ensure that they come back to you to continue to buy, to rebook over and over, year to year, and that it may actually eventually your team too. You can stand out as a consultant by making contact with customers after the party. Most consultants just take the customer's order with the money and then they never hear from the consultant again. That happens all the time. You guys are different. That's why you're in this training. That's why you're doing this. So you really can stand out to do this. So the customer care model that we're going to show you is the, it came from, actually started with direct sales trainer Belinda Ellsworth. I don't know if you guys have heard her name before, but it's called the 2-2 model. And again, we briefly talked about this, but we're really going to go through and I'm going to give you the system for this. Okay. So the first two is, this is when you're going to do, this is going to be 2 days after the party. Okay. If you do a live party, this is what your thing is. Now you could call, you could text, you could email. You guys know I prefer to text. I just think that my customers respond better for that. And if I'm not going to call them, I want to text them. So customers that are live. So hi, this is Anna. Thanks so much for coming to Susie's party. Let me just see if I put it. I hope you had fun. We're closing out our party tomorrow. If you got home and realized you meant to add something to your order and forgot your stuff to be back, and I can add it, no problem. Now that you have my phone number, please add me to your contacts as a Pampered with Anna. Don't hesitate to contact me with questions about your products or for recipes. Or for recipes, thanks. Okay, so again, we're talking about, at this point, we are doing customer care. That is what we're doing. This is not, we've already done a full service checkout at your live party. You've already talked to her and asked her about the party. That's not what this text is. This text is about offering her care, okay? So again, for outside orders or virtuals, and you know what I do is I see that email come in through my in my email, and that's where, you know, that there was an order on a show. Before I delete them out of my inbox, that's when I make this message to sort of do. And I go, hi, this is Anna. I just did a stack of them earlier. Hi, it's Anna with Pampered Chef. Thanks for your order on Susie's party. I truly appreciate it. Now that you have my phone number, please add me in your contacts. Don't hesitate to contact me with questions, whatever. They order in, so I'm not probably, well, then I guess you could do really the same thing for both of them. I'm on direct ship. So if anybody else is on direct ship, it sort of makes this question a little bit different. But you really could do either of them. If you want them to see if there's anything else that you wanted to order, but usually since they're doing it online, that doesn't usually happen. So I don't know if that's You guys get the grip of this, right? So this is first 2 days after the party happens, or when those orders come in, right when you're getting ready to actually close the party. Before you close the party, this is when. A lot of times I do this about a day after the party. I sort of do it as my recap from, like, I had 2 parties yesterday, cooking shows, so I went through and messaged everybody today. It was so great to meet them, da, 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 da. Okay, good on the 2, all right? So this is your system. This is your system of that when the show comes in, or the the day after you do a cooking show, or when you see the email comes in with the order, this is the text that you sent. Okay. Now here's the second 2. This is going to be 2 weeks after the party is submitted, and here's your system. When you submit the party, go onto your calendar and count out 2 weeks. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Let's say I submitted a party on Sunday. I know, though, Sundays are not going to be a day that I want to sit and be working like that. Tuesday nights are my nights that I sit down and do. It's not me, but let's just say it's you. Like, whatever. You get to pick what day. Maybe Saturday mornings are the day. Just pick about 2 weeks out, that day of the week. So let's say it's Saturday mornings or the morning when you usually do this kind of stuff. That you're going to look, okay, close to show now. I'm going to go in 2 weeks on a Saturday, and I'm going to write Susie's 2-week calls. Okay, get that on your calendar, and that's on your to-do for that day. And here's what the goal of this conversation is. It's to strengthen your relationship with your customers. Again, that's where we are. Your customers will be so appreciative when you contact them, and they're going to be a little shocked because this is not their typical post-party experience. You're making a name for yourself. You're standing out. Again, it's different from everyone else, as well as communicating that you are genuinely interested in their needs. Doesn't that sound good, guys? Doesn't that sound like way better than like schlepping around products and just collecting orders and stuff? So this is where we're going to do this. And I'll tell you, when you do this conversation 2 weeks out, this counts as your, this will count as your 2-way contact. This counts as one of your 2-way contacts just by going out and having this conversation. We're not asking them for a party yet. We're still just building that relationship. Hi, it's Anna. I'm just checking in to make sure that you received your product from Susie's party and that everything arrived in good condition. Have you had a chance to get them out of the box and start using them yet? You're finishing with a question. This is a perfect, again, you're shocking people because they're saying, what do you mean she's checking to make sure I got everything okay? But this is the perfect time to do that, again, strengthening that and really making that big difference here. Okay, good. Second 2, third 2. This is going to be 2 months after the party is submitted. Same thing. When you submit the party, you're going to mark on your calendar that 2 weeks, Susie's 2-week calls, then mark on your calendar Susie's 2-month calls. Okay? So you're going to go 2 months out. This is the call where you're going to attempt to get them to book a party. They've had their products for 2 months. They're using them by now. They're going to be more open to consider maybe hosting a party because they're seeing the benefits of the products. And here's the thing again, these people, you've already asked them to have a party at the party, right? The full service checkout. You've already asked them to have a party. So I'm not saying that anybody you meet, you're waiting 2 months before you ask them. I'm just saying in the customer care system, you're not going to talk to them about maybe having a party until all the way at the end there. Does that make sense to everybody? So I'm not giving you no, I'm not saying don't ask for a party because you're already asking them in a full service checkout at your parties. This is the customer care part. So here's what. Hi, it's Anna. It's been a couple. I wanted to check in, make sure you're still using and loving your products. Let them tell you a little bit about it, and then you follow in with this. I wanted to share with you what's new with Pampered Chef. We have a new spring catalog with lots of new tools you haven't seen. In March, when you host a party, hosts get to choose any rock or set for 60% off. My most popular theme parties right now are Prep Ahead and Wine, Cheese, and Chocolate. Which one would your friends like the most? See, we just totally assume that they want to book it and that they're going to choose one. Now, here's the beautiful thing is that you can go right now to shows that you had all of last year. If you're going to tell me that you are having trouble making your contacts, but you have not gone back and followed up with customers that ordered from you last year, I don't care if it was last March, this is the conversation that you want to start with them. Of course, it's not been a couple months. Hi, it's Anna with Pampered Chef. This is Allison. I know it's been about a year since Susie's party. I can't even believe it, but I wanted to check in with you and make sure that you're still using and loving your product. So that's going to shock the pants right off of them, right? That somebody's checking in with them a year after they purchased something to make sure that they're okay. Those are the people that you can make your contacts to, okay? And when they share back, that's when we start getting into the two-way, finding out what it is, and then go into. I wanted to share with you what's new with Pampered Chef and go through that, and that could be a really good lead-in for a new booking. But that will count as your 2-week contract. Is that good? Is everybody good with that? Is that a good system? Marking it right in your calendar. I'm going to tell you something. This 222 will change your business. For those of us that have been around for a lot of years, I can tell you, here's Anna being very real with you. For a lot of years, I said, I'm not doing customer care. I don't have time for it, and my business is fine. Right? I did that for a lot of years. Jeannie, have you always done customer care religiously? No. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I don't have time. I got plenty of bookings. I don't really need to do it. This right here will change your business. This will change that binge booking that you'll never have to do it again. This is going to put you ahead. And this is going to be a great skill that you can teach people that come in on your team. Because I'm telling you, it feels good. It feels a lot better to do this than to be desperation looking for bookings, right? Okay, so let's go into this week's homework, okay? So watch this. Everybody pay attention here because there's something very important here that might be a little bit exciting to some of you. So this week's homework, we're going to continue our miracle morning routine, okay? We're going to continue to fill in your monthly tracker like you do too. Your two-way contacts, we are going to stay at the 15 this week, okay? 15 this week. It may jump up next week, but 15 this week because I want you to get in the 222. But watch this look one right here. I have a bonus homework for you guys that will give you an additional pass in the program. So if you do this bonus homework, instead of having the 3 passes that you have for the 12 weeks, you get an extra one. Okay, so some of you, this makes a difference and that you'll appreciate this. So let me show you what next week, we are going to start working on recruiting. We're going to start offering the opportunity. This is an incredible training, this YouTube, that link there, and I will post this on so you guys can go on. This is an incredible training to Kathy Cocazella, one of the field training people, from home office. She talks about offering the opportunity from beginning to end. She talks about it when live parties and virtuals, so it's absolutely relevant to all of us. It is words to use, how to set it up, how to get your thinking right. It is so definitely worth doing that I wanted to make sure that I incentivize each of you to actually do it. It is about an hour and 15 minutes, the actual YouTube. So this is why you're going to love me and Jeannie even more, is that we're going to give you 2 weeks to do this. So because I know that that's a lot. I want you to get your contacts in. Like the contacts are like numero uno, because we've got to keep that train rolling. But here you could maybe do half this week, half next week, and do that. There is a worksheet that I'm going to post as well in the files. Makes it really easy to go through that call too, and sort of helps you go through and work on your confident close and like all the different kind of stuff. It's a really great workshop that goes right next to when you actually go through the YouTube, the recording. But so you get 2 weeks to actually do that. So again, I would plan doing half and half there too. So you would love to see somebody else has a spreadsheet. Good, I'm still going back. I've been horrible, and if we was doing the real card, but I have a spreadsheet I'll share with this group tomorrow. Jen Tagle, you're the sweetest little thing. That would be fabulous. Everybody, yeah, any systems like this, I think that we can see what's working for everybody else, what helps you to be able to find one that works for you. So that would be great, Jen, if you could share that in the files too. So Jen will share hers. I will put this, and so you've got your bonus homework to do. Does anybody have anything else to talk about? Nobody has anything else to talk about? Anything else to share? 7:32, we got right in at the 7:32. All right, everybody good? Let's keep this going. I mean, can anybody just give me a raise of hand that you can see what has happened to your business since you started this? Good things have happened, like things that you know would not have happened with your business if you weren't in this training. Am I right? Okay, good. That's good. Good, good, good. So that's why I'm going to make you still do it. I'm doing it too. My business is crazy right now too because I'm doing it at work. So, but it's it's all good. All right. Well, I'm so proud of all of you guys. So let's keep it going. I'll post all this stuff on there. I'll post the, give you those words. I'll put those screens up so that you have one post with those if you just sort of want to take a look at those, and let's go out and rock and roll. Okay? Happy Sunday, guys. Have a great week.